Good day, everyone. This is Alvin again from the Philippines, and I'm in a different room because I went out somewhere. But today, I really hope you can hear me clearly, and I will be talking about my experience as a judge in Miss and Mister Supranational 2021. Yes, I was there, and not literally in Poland, but somewhere. I actually asked permission to Andre if I could be able to release a video sharing my experience as a judge, and I'm so thankful that he allowed. And also, a huge shout out to Nika from Miss You Updates because she's been my partner in all of this judging from Superstar Search and now to Mister and Miss Supranational 2021. It all started when they asked me if I could be able to judge some of the sub-competitions, which will give an opportunity for the contestants to get a spot in the semifinals. So the first thing that we judge is the Suprachat. Yes, I was a judge, and it was mentioned that the winner from each episode will advance to the semifinals. And I know you were asking, what about the videos that you are releasing on your YouTube channel, reviewing each episode? I actually asked them, is it okay if I will create a video? Because I was a judge. Is it okay if I will release a video? And they told me that it's okay because you weren't announced as a judge anyway, so they wouldn't know. So that's good. And by the way, let me just say that the ranking that I did on my Suprachat reviews are the same scores that I submitted, the same ranking. And that's why in my reaction video, I always tell the people, vote, because voting is 60% and that's a huge part. I was a judge, and some of the rankings that I have doesn't even go along with the result because of course voting plays a huge part, which is okay. That's part of the competition. That's why I'm encouraging people in all of the reviews that I have to vote for your favorite candidate if you don't agree with my ranking. So voting that time was 40% and there were 5 judges. So basically my vote is only 8%. So that is a very small percentage, and you, the fans, have a bigger influence on the results. So that is why I'm a little bit, most of my winners won the Suprachat, which is why I'm very happy because it feels like the audience are really voting for the best performers on each round. For example, episode 1 we have Venezuela who won. I have the copy here, let me check because I forgot some of the winners. Wait a minute. Episode 1 was Venezuela. Episode 2, you know that Peru wasn't on my top favorites, but she still won, so good. Episode 3, Kenya. I love Kenya. Episode 4 is Jihan, who did really well in that Suprachat, and I believe the voting also performed. That's why she's got a landslide percentage, which was really high. Episode 5 was France, that she's also my number 1. Episode 6, South Africa, she was also my number 1. Episode 7, Philippines wasn't in my top 3, but this is Philippines. People will always vote for their candidate. So it's okay, of course. So support your own candidate. That is very important. And when she was announced as the winner, I was surprised, but I am a Filipino, so I am very happy for her still. But the judgment is purely based on the performance, and I'm trying to be fair to all of the contestants competing. And lastly, Trinidad and Tobago, which she was number 2, but I was happy that she won because that was really an open playing field for episode 8. And that was it. We're very happy. And when we arrived to the semifinal 1 and 2, that was really the exciting part because 50% our voting percentage increased from 40 to 50, and the voting public 50%. So my winner for semifinal 1, as what I have said in my review, was a tie between Kenya and Venezuela. So I'm very happy that Venezuela won. She deserved it. She advanced to the top 24. And for semifinal 2, my winner was Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm so happy that Nika was also part of the judging because after we submit our votes, we talk right away. Who was your winner? Who was your number 1? We submit our votes first before we talk to make sure that we are not influencing each other's votes. So who was your winner? And I told her by Trinidad and Tobago, and she said, we have the same winner. And oh my gosh, that's really good because that increases Trinidad and Tobago's chances of winning semifinal 2, and she won. And we are so happy because of course voting plays a huge part, but still Trinidad and Tobago was amazing in semifinal 2, and we are so glad. Nika and I were so glad that she made it in the top 24. When the super chat started, when also one of my favorite moments as well was when we were asked to submit questions for the super chat semifinals, and we were so excited because they were all asked the same question. So the third question in the super chat was Nika's question about the global climate change, that question, and my question was the fourth question, and that question was usually we say that words are powerful than actually more powerful than words, but is there a scenario where words are more powerful than action? So that was also a question I submitted. Next we have for the Mr. Supranational, I also judged the Suprachat. Nika was also part of the judging panel, and we never really talked about the male result. We focused more on the female. But for the male, I mean, it was really expected. India was really good. Rahul Rajasekaran won. I mean, he was number 2 in my ranking, but seeing him as the overall winner, I mean, there was no surprise. He was one of the best performers on the Super Chat. So kudos to him, really good performance. Now, after the Super Chat, I believe this is a very exciting thing to discuss, the influencer challenge. Because I have seen many posts on social media, many were quite confused on how the top 3 were selected. Right? I have seen many people who did some tabulation on the winners from each influencer challenges. No, that's not how the result was counted. So I am here to clear all those confusions. Since I was a judge in influencer challenge, there was no votes, so which means the winner was purely based on our decision. So that makes us happy. Now, I mean, in the Miss Supranational, there were 5 influencer challenge. Influencer 1 to influencer 5, the best performers from each influencer challenges were announced. The top 10 were announced, the top 15 were announced, and then based from the 5 influencer challenges, the top 10 ladies with the highest score will move on to the final challenge. So that was released. I hope I can find a picture, and I will post here the final 10 that advanced to the final round of the competition. Again, it doesn't matter how many times they won in the previous influencer challenge. These 10, their scores went back to 0. And they faced the last challenge, which was they were promoting, advertising the jewelry sponsors. I forgot the name, but they were promoting that, and we will be picking the top 3 from those, and the top 3 were announced, and they were Iceland, Kenya, and China. So it doesn't really matter who performed in the previous influencer challenge because the scores went back to 0. They were the top 3 best performers, and then the winner from this round advanced to the top 24. And my winner for that Influencer 6 challenge was Kenya, my dear Fidelia. I'm so happy for her. I loved her not because I don't have any reason. I loved her because she is a performer. I mean, she slayed the Super Chat. She slayed the influencer challenge. I mean, the way she created that last challenge was perfect for advertising, and I was so happy when she was called in the top 24 winning the influencer challenge, because she truly deserved a placement. And for someone like me who's making predictions, I also had a feeling that Kenya would win either Suprachat or the influencer challenge, and that's the reason why I have her in my top 24 final prediction. It helps me in a way for someone like me who's making final prediction. For male pageants, it also plays the same, but I will just base it on my scoring. I mean, of all the influencer challenge for the Mr. Supranational, I always place Nepal on a very high ranking simply because his performances, his entries in the influencer challenge is always top notch. I mean, it's always, you can really see the effort you can really see how amazing the quality of his challenges are, of his efforts are. So that's why I wasn't shocked when he won the influencer challenge and advanced to the top 24. I mean to the top 20 for Mr. Supranational. Very, 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 very deserving. And Nika and I asked Nika if I could mention her here. So there you are, girl. I really enjoyed every moment that we spent together, the moment that we talked with each other from the time we judged Suprastar Search, which is the reason why we have Miss Bahamas, Naisha Tillis, Miss England, Sophie Marie Dunning, Mr. Nepal, Santosh Upadhyaya, and Mr. IT, Theodore Benami, who won the Superstar Search and was given an opportunity to represent their country in Mister and Miss Supranational. I mean, seeing Santosh finishing very high, I mean, I feel like, I have posted this, but I feel like a proud mother. I mean, it's simply because we have been a part of his journey in Superstar Search, and seeing him perform that well, I mean, we are so proud. We are very, very proud of him. He is such a great person. Definitely a symbol. I mean, he really embodies the tagline of Mister and Miss Supranational. So whatever the results, we are so proud of our Supra babies. Even Mr. Aruba and Mr. North Macedonia, who didn't win Superstar Search but was a part of that competition as well. So I'm proud of all of you, 6 of you. So thank you so much. And I really hope that the Superstar Search continues for next year to give other contestants from countries with no organization, with no franchise, to have an opportunity to go out there and represent their country. In the finals, of course, I wasn't a judge anymore because all of the judges that you saw on that stage were the only judges. We only judged, Nika and I became only the judge in the sub-competitions, which really pushed some of the contestants to go into the top 24. And we are so happy, we are so privileged. And let me just use this opportunity to thank Andre as well for giving me opportunity. I mean, Andre is definitely one of the nicest person that I've known in the field of pageantry. I mean, I have personally, I have never, I mean, there are persons who are really motivating me, pushing me, and appreciating my effort. But Andre is the kind of person who really sees things in me, see the potentials in me, and he really pushed me to do more, to be more, and that's something that I really appreciate about him. He is definitely the best person in this industry. So I am so thankful for him for not giving up on me and seeing my potentials, and that's really amazing. I mean, I'm so thankful. Sam as well, who's behind the scene during the pageant, and I truly enjoyed him. I'm so thankful for him for responding to all my messages, and Cecilia as well for the misters. So thank you very much. And it has been an amazing opportunity to be a part of Mister and Miss Supranational, to see those amazing people on stage, the one who truly deserves to be on stage through their sub-competition performances. So those are the only things that I would like to share. I'm just so happy to be part of that competition. I mean, it's so amazing to be part of the judging because I mean, wow, you really get to know these contestants and how amazing they are. And I'm so thankful as well that before the competition starts, I was able to interview many contestants that competed both in Mister and Miss Supranational, which really gives you the opportunity not only to look at the contestants based on photos, based on videos, but to truly know their background and what they are capable of. That's why when the top 5 was announced for Mister and Miss Supranational, I was not complaining at all because I have followed their journey and I know that each of the people, each of the contestants that's standing on the top 5 deserved it. And there are contestants that did not make it in the top 5 who were also deserving, but I mean, no complaints to the top 5. They were all amazing. So that's why at that moment when the top 5 was announced for both Miss and Misters, I really have no complaints anymore because they are deserving winners. So I'm very happy, and I don't know what will happen next year, whether I will still be a part of the Supranational or maybe other pageants as well, but thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really thankful for all the opportunity that has been given to me. So when they asked me if I wanted to be a judge, yes! I mean, why would I say no? This is what I've been dreaming of. I've always wanted this. So thank you so much for all the opportunities, to everyone who believed in me, who respected my opinion, and who's always been there on all my journeys as well. So thank you very much. I really appreciate all of you. And we'll see more pageants to come this year, and we'll talk more. And all I wanted to say is be positive always. And in the most difficult and challenging times of our lives, always choose to be kind to other people and to yourself as well. So thank you very much. Have a good day, and I really hope you enjoyed what I shared to you, because that was one of the most beautiful moments in my life. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. And as what Ellen DeGeneres always say, be kind to one another. Thank you.